Hello, I'm the Accidental Bookseller. My name's Paul. Welcome to the channel. Today I've got some good news, some bad news, and some details of the week ahead to talk to you about. First, the good news. I'm conscious that every video that I've done so far has been in this room, and for all you know, I could be in a nuclear bunker 6 miles underground with some shelving behind me. So I was keen to get out and about. I've never owned a selfie stick before, so I bought one. So I can attach my phone to it and just film while I'm out and about in bookshops and what have you. So I did, and I've got one here. Didn't pay a lot for it, but I've never ever used one before, never taken a selfie of me before. I've never really seen the point. If you're at Buckingham Palace, you want to take a photograph of Buckingham Palace. I can look in the mirror if I really wanted to every day. So I've never really felt the need to take a selfie of myself, and I appreciate that I'm in probably a minority of one in that regard. Just never bothered. But anyway, I bought one, so I went to Sedbergh to do a refresh of the shelves that I rent there, where I sell books. And if you've watched the Michael Moorcock haul, you'll know there's a charity bookshop nearby where most things are £1. So I went in there with me selfie stick with phone attached, plucked up courage and talked to the shopkeeper. It's a really, really small shop, and I mean really small. And I asked him if he minded me if I filmed. Said I was wanting to do a showcase of each of the bookshops in Sedbergh. And he said, no, by all means. So I did, and I filmed 5 minutes of it, and I got 10 books in total. And yeah, I filmed for about 5 minutes, and so I had a video for you. Now the bad news. So I got home, and you're not going to believe this. So I'd put my phone on the selfie stick, and obviously I've never used one before. And when I came to play the video that I made, I got the phone the wrong way around. So all I filmed is 5 minutes of me peering into the camera, and I've got like a few books behind me, but not the ones that were filming in front of me. And I feel dead embarrassed because there was a lady came into the shop while I was filming, and I tried to stay clear of her, and she wasn't on camera and things. But if she saw me, God only knows. But yeah, so I don't have anything to show for it. But I guess it was useful experience. So I've got these 10 books, which I paid £19.50 for. 3 of them were in the Pound charity shop. 7 of them were at Westwood Books, which I also mentioned in the Michael Moorcock haul video. And what I'll do, I'll go through these in another video related to what I'm about to tell you. Yeah, so I'm going to Scotland for a week on a kind of bookish retreat break. My sister owns a caravan up in Dumfries and Galloway, and I go up occasionally. So I'm going up there for a week to spend just reading. And also, it's near Wigtown. I drew a little map, which isn't very good. Well, it's not just very good, it's downright awful. Can you see that? Yeah, so if you imagine that's trust me, that's Britain, and that's Cornwall, right? That's Glasgow. This is where I am, Morecambe Bay, sort of near Preston, near Morecambe. And if you go up the M6 as far as Carlisle, or just above Carlisle to Gretna, and then take a left, you get into Dumfries and Galloway. And somewhere there, you come to just after Dumfries, you come to a place called Dalbeattie, and that's where I'm staying. And then about 50 miles further, you've got Wigtown. Now, if you don't know, Wigtown is Scotland's Booktown, very like Hay. I actually prefer it to Hay. It's just a lot easier to get round, and whilst I've got some favourite bookshops in here, I think there's more favourite bookshops in Wigtown. I haven't been for a couple of years, so I'm looking forward to that. And now that I've made a complete mess of doing that video with the selfie stick, I'm glad that I didn't get to Wigtown. I'm glad that I've practiced it, but now I know. Now I kind of know what I'm doing, which is embarrassing it's a selfie stick. I must be the only person living on earth who's not used one. But now I know what I'm doing, I can film to my heart's content as I go into the various bookshops of Wigtown, and I'll do some videos at the caravan place, just reading. But obviously I'm not going to take videos of me reading. No one wants to see videos of me just sat around reading. I wouldn't have thought so. There's some strange people on the internet, but I don't think they're that strange. What I intend to do, there's some really nice spots where I'm just going to put the camera down and just take in the reading place that I'm going to be. There's one particular place that I know called Rockcliffe that I go to. I tend to get fish and chips, and then I go to this Rockcliffe where it's on the coast, and it's just really nice and secluded. Put the camera stand up, and I'll just take in the natural environment. And I don't know, I might leave it running for 10, 15, 20 minutes and maybe do some long form videos where I just film reading places, put them up as well. Some people might like them, some people not. You never know. So yeah, I'm going up for a week, and just to let you know what I'm going to be reading, because apart from reading, I'm just going to spend lots of time reading and a fair bit of time, maybe a day and a half, going around bookshops. Day in Wigtown, and there's a place called Gatehouse of Fleet that's got quite a big second-hand bookshop, which I'll hopefully film in as well. But apart from that, I'm not planning to do much. It's just a relaxing bookish time, which will be nice. So the books that I've selected, the first book is, so I go to a book club, and I've got to get a particular book, this month's book, read by the 21st of August when the meet is, and that is Wicked. Not normally my sort of book, but it was a £5 in the supermarket, and I fancied reading it anyway. Don't ask me why, I just did. So yeah, I've also got Flash Forward by Robert J. Sawyer. So this was a TV series, I'm going to say a dozen years ago, maybe more. Some people liked it, some people didn't. I think it suffered from being a series that was made only a year or two after Lost finished, and I think people had become Lost fatigued with that whole series, and so this one came along with a bit of mystery attached to it, and maybe it suffered as a result, or maybe people just didn't like it. Anyway, so I'm taking Flash Forward up. I'll read a little bit of it. Suddenly, without warning, all 7 billion people on Earth black out for 2 minutes. Millions die as planes fall from the sky, men and women tumble down staircases, and cars plough into each other. But that's the least of the survivors' problems. During the blackout, everyone experienced a glimpse of what his or her future holds. And the interlocking mosaic of these visions threatens to unravel the present. So yes, I'm taking that. I'm also taking the book that I've started at the moment, which is The Passenger by Ulrich Alexander Boschwitz. I mentioned this in a previous video. I think this could be pretty good. It was a book that had been written years and years ago, and it hadn't been published for either a long time or at all. I'm not sure which, but it suddenly became popular about 3-4 years ago. I had it on my shelf for about 18 months. I also, like I mentioned on a previous video, I've got an artifact related to, sort of related to this story. Once I've read it, I'll do a video of this, reviewing this and talking about the artifact. I think it'll be quite a sad video, but maybe informative as well. So yeah, so I've got that to read. But the primary book, the book that I'm reading first, is a book that I got for 10p at the charity shop, and I still can't quite believe it's 10p, and it's Robinson Crusoe, but a nice, I think it's leather. It's not soft leather, it's kind of like a hard leather cover on the board. Really nice condition, a classic library edition. It's only 2009, so it's not printed and bound in India, but it's complete and unabridged. So I've got that to read because I just fancy reading it. But also I've got another reason as well. I told, maybe in the very early part of my book newbie tag video, I explained that I was into board games. I used to play board games in a group when I lived in the Midlands, but since I moved back in the Northwest, I haven't really found a group that do board games locally. So what I've done is there's games that have a solitaire mode as well, or games that actually are made for one player. And there's a guy called John LaRufa who does videos just for one player games. And I've got one particular game that I got, and it is Robinson Crusoe. And it's a very, very highly rated game. It's for 1 to 4 players. And what I thought I'd do is I'll do a video once I've read the book. I'm sure there's some things in there which will aid the successful playing of the game. So I'm going to do a video reviewing the book, reviewing the board game, maybe do an unboxing of the actual, all the pieces and stuff as well. So yeah, it's kind of like a board game book crossover. So yeah, so that's Robinson Crusoe. So yeah, so that's me plans for the week ahead. By the time you see this, I'll be off and away. Hopefully I'll get quite a bit of footage and I'll pluck up enough courage to film in as many bookshops as possible. Fortunately, I've been to all of them in Wigtown, so I know which ones are good and which ones maybe are not so good, and which ones open on particular days, because some have quite erratic openings. But yeah, I'm going to film in as many as I can and not just do 30 seconds here or 40 seconds there. I will go in to each bookshop and ask them if they mind me filming, and yeah, we'll see how I get on. So that's the week ahead. If you like this video and you want to see more, by all means click subscribe, click like, and hope to see you again. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.